Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting us in your living room. We love that you tune in and send those emails in. We love hearing from you. I have some great guests today. I always say that, but you know I always deliver. I have Kate Redmond with Cross Country Mortgage here today. And then I have Jandy Matthews. She is the manager of F&M Bank out in Lincolnton. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yay. Jandy, your first time on the show.
Yes.
Yes. Don't be nervous. We have fun here. We just lay back and have fun. You are the manager of F&M in Lincolnton.
I am.
Yes. Let's give people a little background on F&M. I know we talk about it a lot, but just to give people an idea of what we're dealing with. You are independently owned and operated by people of our community.
That's right.
So important. This show today is all about community and local business. So people really need to pay attention and support our local business and our partners of the show. It's very, very important. All financial approvals and decisions can be made promptly, and they're made locally.
Yes.
And thanks that F&M is such a great neighbor. They're a true community leader. So important. F&M was incorporated in 1949 and opened its doors in 1950.
We've been around a while.
Yeah, and now 5 locations.
That's right.
Wow.
We're growing.
I love it. You're in Lincolnton.
I am.
Are you
yes.
from Lincolnton originally?
Actually, I grew up in Oregon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, West Coast girl.
How long have you been in Augusta?
Actually, I've been in Lincolnton for 25 years now.
Wow. Okay, so it's home.
It's home now.
It's home
yes.
now. So you do know people when
That's
they come
right.
in and talk
Absolutely.
to you. If we have time, we'll talk more about F&M. But what you're here to talk today is money management for children.
Right.
So important. I wish I had had some of those lessons when I was a kid.
Me too.
Yeah, right? Maybe that's why you're doing it, because you
Maybe
wish.
so.
Yeah, I'm doing things now because I wish I had done it then. But anyway, it's so important. Opening a savings account for a child can be a valuable tool. It teaches them so many lessons.
Absolutely.
Give us some ideas of how you work with children.
So actually, a child at birth can have a savings account as long as they have a Social Security number. A parent or a guardian can open an account for a child. They would be the custodian of the account until the child became 18, and then we would hand the account over to the adult at that point.
I see.
They would just come into the branch and we would do some paperwork, and that money goes to that child at that point.
I love it. I can see this is a great gift for a child as they're growing by a grandparent or a friend.
Absolutely. And how many times do our children get a $20 check in the mail? What's a kid going to do with a check?
Exactly.
Go put it in their savings account. Let it grow a little bit for
Right.
them.
I find myself a lot of times buying a toy, because usually there's a list of something, a toy or a piece of clothing. I mean, they get enough of that, let's face it.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so it's a valuable tool for that. So do you see many people thinking about this? Is it grandparents, parents thinking about this?
Grandparents mostly think about it. I think parents are just, they're in the ditch.
Absolutely.
Changing diapers, doing all the things. So a lot of times we see grandparents come in and open accounts for their grandchildren, and they see the importance of growing that.
That's amazing. And have you seen some success stories, like somebody turning 18 and they have this nest egg?
Yeah, and they're like, wow, I didn't even know I had this money.
Wow.
So it's fun. It's really fun.
That is amazing. So children, they learn essential money management skills such as tracking savings and understanding interest and planning for expenses.
Right.
Do they have some control over the money at all? I know you said custodian of the parents.
Yeah, at that age, not really.
Okay.
It's whatever their parent wants to share with them.
Okay.
As a minor, they really can't have any control over their money as far as coming in and making a withdrawal.
Okay.
Of course, with online banking now, everything's at your fingertips. So of course, a parent could set up an online banking account with them, so they could have an app so they could see their money grow in front of their eyes.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, because I'm sure if the money's there, they also, not just to have it when they're 18, but they want to see the progress of compounded interest and all of that stuff. Right. And because starting early allows more time for savings to grow through the power of compounding.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Amazing. And child savings accounts, they can be a pathway to accumulating assets for future endeavors, such as further education and home ownership. So it's empowering them, to become really great adults
good humans.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. It develops good financial habits. That would have been great for me. Yeah. I didn't make such wise decisions. Probably in my 20s. Yeah, there were some bad decisions.
Any of us did. It's okay.
Yeah. Thank goodness we're old enough. We've taken care of all of that, and
Right.
you know, hopefully we've told our
We've
children
learned.
we've learned, and we have empowered our young people and our families to make wise decisions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but what a great idea to do this. As far as F&M, so you're in Lincolnton.
I am.
And there, of course, I go to the one in Evans. I love it. Michael
people.
Harley is there. Oh, so I just love going in. For the first time in my life, I never go through the drive-through.
You
It's
wanna
too
go in?
personal. I want to go in. It's a beautiful facility.
The people
and
are precious.
people are great. You have to. I have to allow 15, 20 minutes because I'm going to stop and talk to somebody.
Well,
You know,
good. We love to have you there.
Yes, well, that's what I love. It's so a community. You know,
Right.
it's about community, and that's what I love about you're teaching children that as well. If the
Right.
parents are bringing them into the bank,
Yeah.
they're getting comfortable. I remember the first time I set up a bank account, I was scared.
Right.
It's serious stuff.
It is.
You know, but if you, as a child, if you go in and you get to know the bankers and the people, it makes it more, I don't know, a calming experience.
I love when I'm out in the community and I see, some of my high schoolers and I'm like, that's my banker. I love that they recognize me like that. So
I love it.
that's
I love
cool.
it. Do you see children coming in the bank?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah?
A lot.
Awesome.
I see them a lot. And we also do a lot of outreach in the community. We get the opportunity to go speak at the high school and talk to the economics class about compounding interest and CDs and all that stuff. And they're amazed that their money can earn money and they don't really have to do anything to earn
How
it. So,
great that
yeah,
you do
it's cool.
that. Go to schools and do that. Again, I would
great.
have loved to have had that. We'd have a clown come and what are you going to learn? How to be a goofball.
That's right.
This is really, really great. That's what I love about F&M. Again, community driven,
That's right.
and you guys are in it for the long haul.
We are.
And you have repeat customers coming in for a variety of reasons. They might do one little thing with you, and they might branch out and do some others,
Right.
and young and old alike. Really, really amazing. Services that you offer: checking, savings, online banking, Zelle, mobile banking, telephone banking, other services. Yeah, people are doing a lot of online banking.
They are
these days.
But, I mean, kids kind of gone is the day of, managing a checkbook. Most kids don't get checks. They don't write checks. They don't understand writing checks. I don't know that we'll have checks around forever. This new generation, they love a Zelle or a Cash App or do you have
Yes.
Venmo?
Exactly.
So they're transferring money all the time. It's, hey, Mom, I need to go buy this. Can you transfer me some money?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I have fought all of that too, but you got to do what you got to do.
Got to do it. Got to do it, or you're not going to get paid.
I love it. Jandy, thank you for being
Thank
here
you for
today
having me. I enjoyed it.
empowering people to make decisions for their kids.
Thank you
That's
for
really
having me,
awesome.
Michael.
Hey, stay tuned. I have some great segments coming up with Kate Redmond from Cross Country Mortgage. We'll be right back.
Come on, let's make this moon shine all day. Let's make this world with everything you say. It's so easy and so fun to feel this way. To feel this way.
The ultimate driving machine for everyone at Taylor BMW.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honey Michael here with Hardwood Floors and More. For years we've been talking about our flooring and lighting gallery, but did you know we are also your one-stop shop for wallpaper? Today more than ever, wallpaper is the most popular home design element by combining both color and texture. So Hardwood Floors and More has you covered from floor to ceiling. And don't forget, we offer interest-free financing throughout our showroom and a military discount. Discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors and More has so much more in store for you.
Remember when a handshake meant something? At F&M Bank, it still does. Here, you're greeted with a smile, called by name, and treated like family. We believe in people over profits, and we're proud to grow with Washington and Augusta, Georgia, and all the communities we call home. F&M Bank, hometown banking, timeless service.
Thanks for staying with us today. I have Kate Redmond from Cross Country Mortgage. Thank you for being here.
Of course, I love it.
We're going to talk about mortgages, and we're going to do a craft segment. How about that?
Perfect.
Yeah, I promise
Right
I
up my
won't
alley.
staple your fingers. I've been to your house, and you have such a great eye for design, so I thought I'm going to incorporate something for you. So we're going to do some dimensional art and show people how to. I'm taking just simple canvases. I've wrapped some with wallpaper. I was going to say you can do gift wrap as well, but this is wallpaper. These are 11 by 14. I think these are 8 by 10, and I'm going to wrap these with sheets that it was scrapbooking sheets that I found at the craft store. So let's, as I'm stapling and things, let's talk about local lending mortgages. That is so important. Local. We can't stress it enough.
Right, absolutely. Of course, with local, a lot of the agents, prefer those in the mortgage industry, prefer the pre-approval letters coming from a local lender.
Right.
Versus an online lender. Of course, that is kind of the speed. Everything's online. But being able to reach out, have access to us. We're the ones that have the local relationships. We know the appraisers. We know everyone in the attorney's offices. For those critical, time-sensitive situations, we're usually more responsive. Versus, calling an 800 number.
Exactly.
Right. Calling a call desk or whatever it is. Or emailing, waiting for a response. My buyers can reach out to me, 24/7. I mean, I'll get texts, literally any early morning, late night.
You've made a personal relationship with someone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I make sure that I'm available to all of my clients. So.
Right. So again, it's personal service, and you're local. Every local business supports local. I mean, whether it's just paying taxes, but we're involved locally with a variety of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's important to support local, and all of that, because again, people can call and get a hold of you. You have great reviews, amazing reviews on your website. And you said something to me earlier. When you go to a restaurant, you go because it's been referred to you. They got a good review. If a restaurant gets a bad review, we're not going to go.
Absolutely. We take the time, if we're out of town, we'll Google or we'll Yelp reviews on a pizza place.
Absolutely.
And you have a transaction as big as purchasing a home. It's important, our business is solely word of mouth, repeat clients.
Right.
So our reviews, the experience is extremely important to us.
Right.
Between Jason and I, we have over 1,400 reviews.
It's amazing. And I see things like that you're always there to answer questions. You made the process easy, understandable, because mortgage lending can be a little confusing and daunting for some people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the biggest transactions that people do. Even if you've been through, multiple homes, the environment's always changing. The market's always changing. So it's good to be able to have that resource of reaching out to someone that you trust. It's just the relationships are important.
You have a lot of repeat business as well, which speaks volumes.
Yes, absolutely.
Because they're coming back because you were amazing to work with the first time around. And the real estate market, is still fluctuating, interest rates and all of that stuff. So it's nice to have somebody on your side. And again, you're not just calling an 800 number and getting a canned response.
Right.
I mean, you all know what's going on in the community. You pretty much know all the real estate agents, if there needs to be communication there.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can only imagine if they're dealing with somebody who doesn't really get it.
Well, and not only that, but when we issue a pre-approval letter, we're putting our name to that. We're saying that, going under contract, the financing is there.
Right.
We don't want people spending money on appraisals, on inspections, and then something falling through. And so many times we get the call when something has fallen through with an 800 number where they want us to come in and fix it. And
that has to be a disaster.
It can be, especially when you sometimes look at a situation, you're like, why did they ever, how'd they not see this? But by then, sometimes they've already spent the money for the inspection up front. They've already spent the money on the appraisal. That's money. Sometimes the earnest money is not able to get recovered.
So there could be money lost.
Oh, 100%.
Geez, and you all have got to come in and put out fires.
Right,
Oh my
right.
gosh, wow. I've done that a couple of times on designs. I had to, we won't go there, but sometimes, hire the right person the first time.
Right, absolutely. And
Let's
you think going online you'll save $8 when it ends up costing, more in the long run.
Exactly, exactly. Let me show people what I've done here. I have found these great little frames, and I'm just going to give a little dimension here. My friend Marcia, I take her everywhere I go. So again, showing dimensional art, I'm going to treat this table like it's a wall, and we can create something cool. You don't want everything blocked off. You want to do things, so maybe something like this. I could layer like this. Look at what a nice display that would make on the wall.
Beautiful.
And if we want to add a little something, M for Marcia, we could put something like that here. I love adding something round. So we could add something here. We could attach this over. I love some of the metallics here.
Yeah.
I could have put something like this on here. If you don't want a picture, we could have done that. I love something dimensional like this that could come around, but depending on how much space you have on the wall, turning some of them horizontal, vertical, that works. We could incorporate some larger ones if we wanted to. If we don't want the black there, we could have done something like this again, and then we could put something there. But anyway, just playing around with some of this, we could put this up at the top if we need a little more height.
I use these in my granddaughter's room. I have these with big flowers above her bed.
Oh, I love it. I love adding mirrors in some of this as well. But that really works. What I love about this, again, you can spread it out height, width to make it fit your space. It doesn't cost a lot of money. We're always on a budget for some things, but I love some of this dimensional piece as well. Thank you for being here. And during my stapling, I hope everybody heard you clearly about supporting local and working with local, especially when they're spending a lot of money on a mortgage. It's so important. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
What if the perfect pair of shoes could transform more than just your outfit? At Signature Soles and Apparel, it's not just about fashion. It's about finding the pieces that make you feel confident, unique, and ready to take on the world. From stunning shoes to statement outfits and accessories, every item is carefully chosen to help you express your personality. Let our friendly team help you discover your next favorite look. Signature Soles and Apparel, where every step you take feels beautifully you.
I'm Mark Herbert with Herbert Homes. Today we're in beautiful Thompson, Georgia, in a neighborhood called Bordeaux. Most of the homes in this neighborhood here are well below $200,000. If you're thinking about getting a new home, if you're downsizing, or if you're just starting off in life and want something nice, we're one of the original 210 warranty builders in the Augusta area. We're VA, FHA, USDA certified also. So please come on out to Bordeaux. I'll see you out here in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Design Dilemma brought to you by DNS Painting, my favorite painting contractor. And you just saw Mark Herbert at the Villages at Bordeaux. And Stephanie does a lot of work with Mark, and I do work for Mark. We all work together. We're a really good puzzle that fit really well together. We're talking about local today. Local, local, local. I can't stress it enough. I know I say it, and I still see people buying online, buying from box stores, stuff like that. But you've got to support local because we support everything that you do, driving down the road, going to the bank, going to the grocery. We're an involved community. But anyway, I want to share with you, you just saw Mark Herbert at the Villages at Bordeaux, and he has a great restaurant out there as well. And this really isn't a plug for him. I want to show you my design work out there. I had a big design dilemma. He opened a restaurant, the Bordeaux Steak and Seafood. And if you haven't been, let me tell you, you go up I-20 toward Atlanta, you get off on exit 172, you cross over the freeway, and then your very first right. It's just past the filling station. You go back down that lane right there, and it's Bordeaux Steak and Seafood. Check them out online to see their hours, but I love it. It's really great, and you get to enjoy some of my design work. I want to share with you some pictures of the Bordeaux Steak and Seafood. Take a look at the first one here. This was a wall. As you walk in, I needed something to draw your eye into the space, and they wanted to go a little more modern and upscale in this space, and so I needed a large piece of art, and that was such a large wall that one piece of art wouldn't have worked. I could have done two, but it would have been a little busy. So I found a great piece of art that was divided into 6 pieces, as you see. And those are all very large. If you compare them to the scale of that chair, those chairs underneath, you can see how large. But you also see I had a little dilemma there because there was a thermostat stuck on that wall. And you can see it tucked in there. So I needed it to kind of disappear as well. So I had to work around that, create the art. So that's what we have. And you'll see that yellow wall. That yellow wall was painted a couple of months before I installed the artwork. And everybody thought I was crazy. They're like, what is this yellow doing in this otherwise more neutral setting? But I said, just give me a little time. Let's get the artwork up. And we did. And there's plenty of yellow from the artwork that really plays well. So you'll see that. On the opposite wall there, you'll see in the next picture, this is on the total opposite wall. I brought the little yellow over there. That window overlooks the Bordeaux Event Center, which is an amazing facility out there. If you need to rent an event center, it is super amazing. I've been to several intimate and then larger. There's weddings, all kinds of events and things you can host out there. We had our first viewing of our first TV show out there, but really, really great. You need to talk to the Herberts about that. I danced some lights there that you can see just to give a little light over there. At nighttime, of course, it's dark, so those lights really help liven up the space. And again, it just brought enough of that yellow so that it pulls on both ends and draws you back into the space. The next picture is as you come into the restaurant. So you see we have a nice little hostess stand. We have a little screen there just to separate that space a little bit. Nobody wants to see the hostess on the phone or talking to guests, so I have that in there. But as you look back, you see part of the yellow wall. You'll see some other abstract art in there that pulls in from the other art I showed you a minute ago, but plays really nicely. On that back far wall, you can see, and I'll show you a closer picture in just a minute, you'll see those mirrors around the organic pieces of wood, but that draws you back into the space and it gives a little more dimension into that space as well. If we go to the next picture, you'll see that space, that little separate dining area, and again, those mirrors reflect light, they reflect the space a little bit, they give you some depth there, and another piece of abstract art. I wanted to bring some of those bright colors around because things were pretty neutral in the space. The next picture is of the bar. As you're looking at the bar, it stays a little more neutral because that's right by the doors you come in. Again, I've told you before, you don't want to create a lot of the drama right as you walk in. You want it to draw you into the space. So that is the bar. The next picture, there was, it almost feels not like a barn, but it has a cupola area. And so I put a piece of artwork up in there. We needed a little something. And then the next pictures you'll see going back to the restrooms. Along the restroom, I pulled the colors, but because it's Bordeaux and it's French, I found some great antique French posters that, again, pulled in those bright colors that I was using in the restaurant. So I have those running down the hallway. The next picture shows you the same as well. Just really great, vibrant colors pulling you through there. The next picture is from the private dining room up front. The Bordeaux has a private dining room. I know sales reps go in there and do presentations. I've been to a wine tasting here. Really, really great. So we didn't need a lot of stuff, but we had some big walls we had to fill. And I was trying to keep things a little organic. So this piece is over 5 foot tall and over 8 foot wide. It's a large piece. It looks like a slice of a redwood tree. Believe it or not, it's fiberglass. It's still very heavy. Mark actually helped me hang that on the wall. So that was really great. And then the last picture is 2 corners in the space had these little ledges. They needed something, so I found some modern sculptures that fit in really nicely there. So I hope that enticed you to stop at Bordeaux Steak and Seafood. You won't be sorry. Again, Mark Herbert is a great partner of our show, and we love working with Mark. You'll see him on the show soon. You just saw his new commercial, so be sure to check it out. We'll be right back with my guest from the day.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Come on, let's make this moon shine all day. Let's make this world do everything you say. It's so easy and so fun to feel this way. To feel this way.
The ultimate driving machine for everyone at Taylor BMW.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home. Familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
You saw the beautiful bank right there out in Evans, F&M Bank. Jandy, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Do you get to Evans much?
When I can,
awesome,
I do.
Awesome. I'm there a few times a week.
Maybe I'll run into you then.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for helping me today.
Well, I enjoyed it.
And teaching people to support local, especially with, that's a lot of money. A mortgage. Yeah. I don't care what price range you're in. It's a lot of money.
It's a big transaction.
Yeah, and they need to be with people who are trusted in the community, who can make things happen, especially last minute. I've heard a lot of closings just not happen last minute because there was a lending problem.
Yeah,
you know?
And they don't have any skin in the game.
Right.
They know they can. An 800 number, they don't have to respond to the email. They can push a closing out. They can delay it for whatever reason. You know. Local, we care. We're going to make that happen.
Exactly. Yeah. It's so important. Are you creative at all, Jandy?
I wish I was.
What I recommend, I treated this tabletop, and I do this a lot if I'm doing a wall arrangement. I'll lay it out on the floor so that you can play around with it and see exactly, how we want to do things, spread things out or whatever. And then maybe take a picture of it, and then as you're putting on the wall, refer to your picture, and then you can get it up like that. But again, all these dimensional pieces help. I mean, that's pretty blocky, and then when you add things like this, it just take some of those hard edges off as well.
I like it. Cool idea.
Yeah. Awesome. And you said you have some of these in your in one of your bedrooms.
Well, in my granddaughter's room.
Yeah.
I did the wall above her bed. I used these and big flowers, so I've got a kind of an abstract motif.
I love it.
It's really pretty.
Well, hope you learned something today on the Signature Mike Show. We loved having you. Thanks for joining us. Check us out on YouTube and Instagram. See you next time.
All right.